chat. How you doing? Welcome on in. Olivia. Even if she's lurking, she's a good snoodle. So true. Hi, Lunk. Hi, Copy. Hi, Connie. Thank you for the tea sip.
Pet, pet, pet.
Ah, so many bricks already. Who else is here? Hi, Lulu. Hi, Spitfire. And all the lurkers. I hope everyone's having a good day today. My setup feels different. I have a new monitor. Well, it's an old monitor. It's a hand-me-down and I'm trying it out. See if it works better for my setup or not. So far, I think I need to make some adjustments on it. But it does give me a better view of things than my old secondary monitor did. It's replacing my secondary monitor because it's kind of a low resolution compared to what I'm used to. What does that mean, Copy? What does that mean? Okay. So today we're working on Itzay's Dress some more. I believe I needed to finish the texture work and maybe some additional modeling to it. I'm also a little eepy, so be aware of that. Let's see here. Just anything that vaguely sounds lewd, huh? Yeah, that sounds about right. Same, so eepers, yeah. Alright, we need to work on the sleeves here. Get some textures in for those. Am I using 4.5? No, I'm on 4.2. I don't really need to update very often for my workflow, so I stick on the long-term support version. Okay, that's kind of a mess. I see. Yes, that's, yeah. All right, we're redoing the UVs here. Oh, is it? Fair enough. I suppose I should look into it then. I wasn't aware that they were, I don't keep up with the schedule, clearly. Yeah, I probably should update then. Maybe I'll look into that after stream today. Okay, I think I already have... Yeah, the hand already has its own... Well, it's kind of messed up, actually. I don't know why that happened. Probably because I merged it. I don't know. But yeah, thanks for letting me know about that. Ah, Kiri, hi. Welcome on in, Raiders. My name is Shar. I am a forest dragon that makes 3D models. And right now we're working on a dress for someone. How was your stream, Kiri? What'd you get up to? Welcome, welcome, everyone. Hi, Lane. Hi, Unlikely Result. Hi, Bucky. Hi, everyone else. It was good. More work on the new overlays. Mostly on the technical side. I see, I see. Those overlays look so good. I'm excited to see you update with them. I'm chatting about tough mental health stuff. I always like it when the conversation on stream becomes something like that. It's nice to open up and be real about things with people. But anyway, if you have to go to work or go raid or go rest, I completely understand. Thank you for the raid, as always. Everyone here on my side, if you don't already know Kiri, please go check her out. Super awesome snake VTuber. Very good at doing what she does. Sorry, my brain is like full UV mode, not able to talk. I love how awful this is. Oh, I see. Actually, would want it here. All right. Gotta bounce. Okay. Have a good one. There we go. Wait. Still want that end of it to make sense. Also, can we... Oh, I'm gonna have to... These aren't even connecting the way I want them to. Because of course not. To the untrained eye, I bet this looks like a mess right now. What the hell I'm doing. That is because it is a mess and I barely know how to select the right area. There we go. That gets me 2 different hands. What's this part? Yeah, it really do be like that. And it's made worse by the fact that I grabbed the original geometry and just uh thickened it a bit to make a glove. So now it's overlapping even more than it did. But it's okay, because at least the same geometry with the uh the same weights and stuff, so I don't have to redo that. Okay, what exactly is this part over here? Yeah. Okay. Why is this still like that, though? What is that part? Is over here. Is it because I connected that and then didn't do anything about... Yeah. Olivia, cute. Oh, I know why. Maybe. It's because that doesn't... connect where I think it does. Oh, this is... pain in the butt. Yeah, here we go. This is so sloppy. Why did I do this? There. Better. Hmm. We'll leave it like that. Oh, that's the other direction from what I was thinking. So I want this up here. Okay. Why is that not importing? There we go. Okay, I have some textures that might help, but honestly, I kind of want to make this one from scratch. Just based off the reference. So let's see. Grab this reference and grab the color. Might want to redo how that is shaped, but okay, it's gonna go to like a blue color as it gets more transparent. All right, then we need the stars. Uh, Alright, that probably needs to be smaller. Still probably need to be smaller. Chat, do you ever get done watching one of your favorite animes again, and then you just have anime brain? Does anyone know what I mean by that? Anime brain? Like, you just can't get yourself out of that world, I guess. Yeah. Like, it puts you in a certain, like, when you get drawn into a really good anime, it like puts you in a certain mood, and like, I don't know, you you start wanting to think like the characters did, and start you just have a feeling of like, I don't know, the emotions from the show. I don't know. I'm probably not making much sense. But yeah, that's my mood right now. I just got done watching Toradora with Copy and Lulu. And, ooh boy, my emotions, my heart. I love that show so much. Why did that not save where I wanted it? There it is. Okay. Then we make these transparent. And try to make these look right. There we go, not double-sided. I should change how transparent it is, because that's a little too transparent. Like, significantly too transparent. It's also having trouble showing up against itself. That's weird. I'll find the right settings to fix that, but... Oh, the body is cut out. Is that necessary? Why is body cut out? Oh, because of the shoes, probably. No? Okay. Hair is also cut out. That's probably because of the texture. Or does it just import that way? I think it just imports that way. Let's fix these. What is this one? This is probably the shoes. No? Not sure what that is. This one is the shoes. It says it right there. So leave that one alone. I might need to separate this into two pieces. I'm not sure. Of course, it looks a little different in Blender than it will in... Yeah. Oops. Always takes less transparency than you think. Can you bother me with something? Sure. What's on your mind? Oops. How is it that I set up my tail so it moves a lot? There are two parts to that. This is not detecting my fingers like it used to. Why is that? This used to do it. Fingers are being weird. They have not been... Is there something wrong with this model? Hold on, I'm getting distracted. I just noticed that, like, I haven't been able to bend my fingers for a bit. I can bend my thumb. It's not working on this one either. Well, I'll figure that out later. Oops. Anyway. My tail. My tail is a combination of spring bone physics and wind. So, if you look at where you set up the, I made the background pink again and it's distracting me. If you look at where you set up your spring bone physics, I'll just show you right here. Where's the armature? Here you go. And the VRM stuff. Your spring bones. If I added a tail to this model, I would have a lot of bones along the tail so that it can be very flexible. I'd pick the root bone of the tail right here. And then I'd give it not too much stiffness. You can play around with the numbers based on your own unique tail. But some between like 0.5 and 0.75. And then a fair amount of drag. I'm going to say also 0.75. Because I don't have a tail here to work with, so I'm just giving an example. Then what you do, what I do anyway, because it's a VTuber model, right? So you want to be able to see the tail and not just have it hanging behind you. I add gravity, but I do reverse gravity on the tail so that it wants to curl up. And then every time I move, the spring bone chain will make it wiggle back and forth while it's pointing upward. And the second thing I do is in Vinyan, I set up my wind so that it alternates from left to right. And wind affects spring bones. So, yeah. That's how my tails are so lively. Does that make sense? Yes, VRM 0. Although you could do this in VRM 1 as well. Probably. And I mean, definitely. Just the setup might be slightly different. Hi, Jen. How you doing? Drained. Fair enough. You had friends over for a few hours. I'll definitely take a rest then. Okay, now it's not quite transparent enough, I feel. We're almost there. You're just stuck on XR Animator for now? Yeah. I'm not sure how to do wind physics in XR Animator, so you're on your own for that one. I'm sure there's probably a way. But regardless, you should be able to get your tail to look pretty good without the wind. Actually, come to think of it, yeah, my tail looks pretty good, okay in XR Animator. It doesn't quite move up as much as I would expect. It actually looks like it's staying straight out, so maybe it's not considering the gravity. I think XR Animator might ignore gravity. So keep that in mind. It could just be the version I'm on though. You're gonna rest and lurk a bit, but wanted to say hi. Hi, Jen. You have a good rest, okay? Thanks for swinging by. Yeah, because yours says where it's modeled. Hmm. I wish I knew why my fingers weren't. I've run into this before. I can't remember what the fix was. Fingers are just not working for some reason. Wait, did I... Oh, my arm sway is on. Oh, that's what it was. My arm sway was on. There we go. 2. Now my fingers work. Silly me. Alright, I'd say this looks pretty good for now. think I want more stars along the sleeve. I want the sleeve to look bigger in general. Like the poofy part. I don't know. It's like I made this part too big. Ah. Moxie! Professional brick thrower. Morning. How you doing? Groggy and sleepy, but finally home. That's a mood. I'm also kind of groggy and sleepy. I'm doing pretty good, though. Pretty sure the rest of chat is vibing as well. You can tell I stretched that. Okay. Wait, why is this? Oh, I need this to be the same transparency as down there. Let's see. Grab this amount of black. No, I want the black on the... There's a way to color pick the mask layer, right? Foreground color. Hmm. Can I... Uh, it doesn't want me to make a new layer from this. Can I at least pick from it now? Oh wait, I think I did get a color from it. Okay. Now if I take this area, there we go. A uniform amount of transparency there. Perfect. All right. Now that's a glove. I want to take that, mirror it, and then I have to rename the bones so that the weight paint can be mirrored, because I couldn't manage to keep these two the same. All right, lower arm, left. Upper arm. And all right, and all the fingers too. Fun. What if I took this and got rid of it on all these at once? Battery name. Uh, bones. Find that and replace with nothing. There we go. Yeah. Do the same thing over here. Making life easier on myself. Okay, those are shortened to their simple name forms. And then we can simply select them all and left, right name. Didn't have to do any of that manually. I already got, well, get the rest of these. This side. There we go. Perfect. Now in theory, oh, Oh, these got the numbers on them because I didn't finish the renaming on that side first. Lesson learned. Finish what you're doing on one side before you do the rest. There we go. Fixed. Okay. Now, theoretically, assuming I got this in the right order, do I want to mirror first and then armature? I think that's how that works. And posing this side, yes. Okay. So the hand part of the glove is now transferred over. That's the only part that was weight painted. The rest of this I still need to do. Oops. Um, uh, it's gonna clip a little bit because of the weirdness of however that is. Figure that out in a minute. Can we get something not so... There we go. Haven't even rigged the dress yet at all. But the sleeves are on there now. Now we need to finish work on the dress part. As you can see, we have a pattern at the top we haven't done, the snowflake pattern. And then I need to add a corset. Which is confusingly blended with the front. I don't... I've been trying to figure out how I want to do this. Because the back of it is like this. And the front is just... I don't know. I guess we'll just see what happens. I can texture it that way, which would probably make the most sense, honestly. And then I'd have to figure out how to fix this seam that's not right. Would mean I would need more If I do texture it, I had to change how I did the UVs. Because the way I did this, I thought the back wouldn't be important, so I stuck it up here, crunched it away. But I'm gonna need more real estate to draw on it if I want to texture that part. I could just extend the texture out to the side and put it side by side with the front. That could work. Maybe I should do that. Well, I will decide that over break, chat. It's time for my break, so I'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. You should get up and stretch as well. Alright, I'm back, chat. Wow, they look cute. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna do the very kind of weird thing of deciding I didn't give myself enough space. So we're going to elongate this texture. Oops. Because I don't want to shrink things. I made this as big as it is because of you know, it's the part you're going to be looking at the most. Copycat. Hmm. Aw, I'm glad it's helping you. That's what I was hoping for. It seemed like the kind of thing that would, definitely be useful to you. Previously, this had a little more brighter blue. Alright, let's see here. Give myself a little more space in this direction. Alright. We got more real estate. At the cost of having a weird shaped texture, but eh. It's also a much higher resolution than I was going for.
Pet, pet, pet.
Laura, hi. Laura cute. How you doing today? I think I didn't realize how squished I would have to make this. Wait, should I just make this mirrored? I could make this mirrored. Might be a good idea. I could work with it like this too. I gotta figure out where these pieces line up. There, there, there. Okay, that even looks kind of better on the seams. A little bit, anyway. Yeah. Of course, this need to make sure that's in the... Yeah. Already feeling better about that. More like big eepy. Everyone's eepy today. Of course, that's not too unusual. Hi, Star. How you doing? Welcome on in, cutie. Alright, what I can do now... is export this UV map again. And from here, kind of figure out how I want to draw on the back, the corset part. I fear I might need to restructure how I have it modeled a little bit in the back. Now that I'm looking at it closely. Because at the very least, I should have that, a 3D model theme right here. Lulu cute, Lulu adorable. I agree. Why is Miku Fortnite always trying to get into my playlist? YouTube, your algorithm sucks. Yes. The evidence. Alice! Hi, how you doing, cutie? Okay, maybe I want to figure out how I want to do this combination of 3D and 2D. Maybe. Let me just stick to what I got started, and we'll figure it out. So let me export this. Hi, Amelia. Welcome on in. How you doing, bestie? Yeah, you're over 500 now. Makes sense. Gonna chill here until your doctor's appointment at 2:30, and then you get a call with Star. Nice. Sounds like a plan. You're tired as hell. I don't know where you're at again. Yeah, that's a tiring day. I think the weather's got us all down. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing better than I was the last couple days, so there's that. I'm feeling eepy alone with everyone else, but I'm okay. I'm doing good. Hmm.
Pet pet pet.
You know what? Maybe I should actually start this in Blender so I can get an idea of where the area is. Sounds like a good idea to me. How did this area get messed up? Huh? It's supposed to be blue. What happened there? Did I delete something I wasn't supposed to? Hmm. So thank you for the head pats. And a compliment? You need a compliment today? Okay. Amelia, you're... I could see that you're growing. I think you're doing a good job. You're faced with a lot of hard stuff, but you're actually listening to the people who care about you. And you're making hard choices. And you're adorable. So keep doing what you're doing. I think you're progressing nicely. Yukitsu senpai, hi. How you doing? Okay, I don't know how I managed to delete that one section, but we're just going to do that and fix it. Also, moving this ended up not being necessary. Let's bring that back. Yeah, Amelia's a good kitty. There we go. Chat gets it.
Pet pet pet.
How do I stabilize this? There we go. Hi, Quiet Naman. Nama. How are you? Okay, this one's gonna be more like that, I guess. Oh, I see. Like that. And then... yeah. And then it's gonna just be kind of across. So I got that. And then the back. Okay. And then I do want... line there. More like that. Doing fine, how am you? I'm doing pretty good. I'm tired like the rest of chat, but we're getting work done. Oh, you ordered yourself a burger? Can I have some? Okay. I got that figured out. And then the part underneath it is the part that kind of confuses me. It's like two or three, or it's like three flaps. I don't know. It's not very clearly defined. We'll just, burger. You'll treat me to one of these burgers? Good. I need that. This dragon likes burger. I'm glad I tried to... I'm glad I decided to texture this instead of, try to, model the whole thing, because there would have been no point to that, and that would have been a kind of huge pain in the ass. Okay. The front of it still makes no sense to me, but... it's fine. I guess really I don't want this to extend past here. Am I really cute? What the heck? I just like Borger. I don't know if there's anything particularly cute about that. Where would that connect or stop? It doesn't show me because of the armor piece, so I had to figure this out on my own. It's an accurate assessment. What? Oh, it kind of shows me right here. I see. It just doesn't really make any sense. Well, that's fine then. I also see the shape of the way I did the dress is a little different because the cutaway is completely in front, whereas on her, it kind of goes over all of her hips and hangs in the back. But I wanted to make it a little less risky for her. I don't know. But essentially, it just kind of stops there, so we'll stick with that. Rawr. Everyone's calling me cute. Help.
Path.
There's no help, only more shark cute. You both said that. Ah! Rawr. What do you mean, Alice? Yeah, Lulu's a cutie. Get her. I feel targeted unfairly. Alright, I'm dropping this in. We're only stealing this part. The rest of that can go away. Crop to, wait, resize to selection. For Alice and Starlight in you. That's 3 targets in one, but I know what you're trying to get me to do. The 3 of you have been adorable. Oh, for Alice from Starlight and you. Okay. Sorry, I misread that. Okay. Alice. You're really cute. I agree with Lily and Starlight. You're adorable. You're good to have around. You have a great energy. Would cuddle. Yeah. Thanks for being our friend and hanging out. You two conspiring to get her. Alright, let me take a look at... Not that. I don't need that. Well, I will need that. Where is the reference I had in here? Did I not drop the reference in here? There it is. That part right there. That's the part I want. Okay. It's mostly Star, but she doesn't have 2.5k points. Good of you, Lily, to spot for her. Alright. Let's see here. You think Alice deserves the compliments? I think she does too. Okay, I'm gonna make a new folder for this because it's probably gonna have its own layers. Put that right there. Whoops. Not what I wanted. Alright, I got that part. It's actually kind of funny how this looks. I think I want it a little whiter over here. Even though I know the texture's stretched, so it's fine, probably. It's a little bit of a hint of a curve. It's out of stock. Yeah. Once it's been used like 3 times per stream, I have it go out of stock because I can't keep complimenting people all stream. I get a little exhausted from it. But you could definitely save those points for next time. I'm surprised you have that many points, Alice. I guess you don't spend them much. Yeah, 8.7k currently. Nice. You've been lurking. Enough for 6 compliments, huh, Laura? That's what you get for keep using the jail redeem? Yeah. You can spend your points on the small redeems all you want, but will you ever be able to save for the bigger ones? You go and spend it anyway. You know, it's funny because, wait, is the jail one where I had it so only, that might have been the one where only VIPs could use the chat command for it and avoid you spending points. Yeah, I think that's how I had it set up. Alright, let me get another layer here. Do a little of that. Yep, get jailed. You pay for one head pad to stream and then lurk. Yeah, valid. That's about how I am on other people's channels. Head pat, then lurk. I also like to see how many points I can save up on people's channels. I have a lot of points on a lot of channels. Like, people are usually surprised how much I have stored up. Oops, on the wrong layer there. That was probably the wrong layer too, yep. I wanted to do a separate layer for these lines, because I'm going to outline them. There we go. Oops. Yeah, that's about how much I have an Orchids channel, Lily. Maybe a little less than you. You don't always lurk here, so you got 80k, but you still have a lot, yeah. Committed the unforgivable sin of being cuties. Yeah. You have me curious now how much I actually have saved up over there, because I can't remember numbers. Alice, I'm like the opposite of you. I can't remember dates. I can't remember numbers for the life of me. Unlike only large streamer you watch, the only live streamer you watch, you have like 500k from gambling on predictions. Nice. Okay, let me look. On Orchid's channel, which is the one I lurk the most, I think. I have... Come on, Twitch. Can you please load for me? That would be great. Ah, same as Lily, pretty much. I have 213k on Orchid's channel. Penny is live. Let me see how much I have on hers. I'm another big lurker there. Okay, 60k on Penny's. I haven't known her as long. Anyone else I've known for a long time? Not live right now, so they don't exist in my brain. But yeah. Yeah, that scary ability to memorize anyone's birthday. Redeem infinite ASM Shar. Yeah, I'm very sparse on how I redeem things over there. Mm-mm. Valid. Okay. So for this layer, I want... not that. Drop shadow. There we go. Hmm. I probably want to copy this and flip it over. Same thing with the other layer, obviously. Okay. Yeah, that is helpful. You haven't been anywhere as active on Twitch since joining my Discord. Aww. Aw, cute. It really is cute, Amelia, you're right. So I do want this half of this to be... I want the gradient to be a little more on the white end. Never felt before. Should have that going up more. It's doctor time. You must go now. Have a good stream. I hope you're all and you're all very cute. You're very cute too, Alice. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping by. Ah, ah. There's so many kisses. Thank you for the IRL kisses. Alright, I gotta do the lace in between here. And the pattern on the sides. And then, well, I guess I need to get the line down here. Done right.
Time to stretch.
Oh, stretch time? Also, thank you for the tea step. Alright, we'll stretch. Hi, welcome on in. Oh, hi. I'm very close to the camera. Hello. Okay. I can get my chair out of the way. Alright. I need to find a way to switch this. Looks weird until I fix my spine tracking. But I normally have that turned down because of the issue with the shrimping. Hmm. Should probably turn down the music a little bit. You can't tell from the tracking, but I'm raising one leg there. Here, like this side. My camera's in a slightly different place, so it's having trouble. I need to rethink this redeem. Sorry. Let me just kick Lulu while I'm trying to stretch my legs. I deserve it. Just looks like I'm floating. It's jank, but you love it. Don't hurt this noodle. It's okay. Here, I'm giving her head pats. Good girl. Whoa. The tracking. Please. It's so scuffed. I guess that's part of the fun. Okay. I don't feel like doing tree pose right now, so I'm not gonna do that. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, Lulu's cute. Hmm. Cheryl, hi. How you doing? It's been a minute. Let me get you a shout out. A minute and a half. Yeah, for real. I don't know what this is, but I kind of like it. Am I doing well? I'm doing pretty good. I had a pretty rough week last week, but this week I'm starting out on the right foot. Ah! I'm still getting pelted with bricks relentlessly. That's the wrong layer. Please. Hmm. Oh, it's already break time. If it's not getting pelted with bricks by life, it's done by Twitch chat. Exactly. Alright. I am going to go on another 5 to 10 minute break. This is a good opportunity for you to all do the same if you've been sitting for a while. Get up and stretch, get a drink. And we'll be back and finish this texture on the back of the dress and see how it looks in the last hour. See you all soon. Wow, 10 minutes goes by pretty fast. I'm back, chat. Okay, let's do the, wait, there's another line on the outside, I forgot.
Pet bat.
This needs to also be going down here. Like a time machine that only goes in the future. That's really sweet. That's adorable. Sorry, chat. I'm gonna be kind of slow. I'm eating. Hmm. That quote was so profound. Why is that empty? Is there an empty line? That's funny. I kind of want to find that. If it printed it like that without a date, there must be an empty line somewhere in the text file. Hmm. Well, unless it was a really old quote before I printed dates, but doesn't look like it. Oh, it must have read the very last line in the text file, which is for some reason blank. That's funny. Yeah, I just don't know why it makes a new line to begin with, but I guess that's just how it works. Okay. Let's see about this lace pattern. Hmm. Oh, I don't want it like that, because I don't want it to blend together. I didn't think about that. Oops. Mm, yeah, that's about right. Go. Hmm. Okay, let's see how this looks on the model. Yeah, that's not bad. There's a few things I should probably tweak. Especially these lines, which aren't really doing it for me right now. They look so flat. So I gotta do shading for them. And a gradient. But the shape of things came out pretty well, I would say. And then I gotta figure out how to blend it with the dress a little bit. Make a cutout up here. Like that, kind of. Oh. Ah. Don't know why I had that selected. Hmm. Definitely a smoother way I could do this. It's the general idea. Oops. Okay, I think that's gonna work pretty good. Okay, what is my playlist trying to do to me? Get me banned? Alright, still a little texture work we need to do. Okay. Hmm. That's annoying. Whatever, I'll let those be uneven. If anything, I'll just, bring a little bit of that back. Because I thought it was too blue there. Okay. Then the other thing is like a little bit of lace along the edge here. Lace, fun, fun. Oh, and the snowflakes on the sides. Gotta do that too. Chat, how do I draw lace? This is stressful. So I just noticed how much this color has gotten away from me. Oh, don't want that. That should have been a different layer. How do I fix that? The edges are weird. Blurring it doesn't work either, because that just makes the middle of it look weird. I don't know. That's close enough. Sometimes you just gotta say, and it's close enough. On. So, what is lace? That's my question. I don't know what lace is. I'm bad at it. Hmm. Okay, that's kind of the idea, I think. I don't know. um. Hey Kirby, how you doing? Kirby cute. Alright. That's pretty decent looking. Doing fine. Just got done with your first workday after vacation. Nice. There we go. Let's lace enough. I think the UV map back here could be better. Because it's like... oddly stretching the whole thing. There we go. That's actually starting to look like a corset now. Pretty good. And we just need the snowflake patterns on the sides and in the front. And then it'll be mostly complete texture-wise. Alright, so let's see about that.
Pat.
Thank you for the head pats. Meow. How are you, Zara? Sleepy? That has been a mood today. Let's see here. Don't know exactly how to size this. So we'll just kind of wing it. I want that to angle down more, actually. Maybe. At least start lower down. Let me get the base shape down, and then I can worry about the spikes. If you're not cute, you can be called cool instead. You mistyped. There you go. There's that one. You're not cool either. Most people are one or the other. Yeah, I'll trust you, copy. Eh, there we go. Well, that looks awful. Maybe I need to hand paint this in. That's not the right angle, first of all. It's too elongated. Hmm. Show those UVs who's boss? Yeah, I will. Working on it. Hmm. Can probably salvage this. This up. And Okay, this is slightly better. Feels like it's not big enough, though. Maybe those points need to aim down even more. Yeah. Okay. I think that's the appropriate angle, at least. Overall, could be slightly bigger. And then I want to add the spikes to it, obviously. Hi, Mist. Welcome on in. What's this? We're working on the texture for this dress. I'm just adding some of the details, like we just did the corset on the back. And now I'm trying to get the snowflake pattern in the front. Key, hi. Welcome on in. Great work. Thank you. I appreciate it. These laces are well done. Thank you. How you all doing, Miss Key? Hey, that's okay. I'm just happy you were able to swing by. I completely understand. You should go rest. could make them slightly longer. Yeah, this will be fine. Cool model, Willard. Okay, thank you.
Pet pet pet.
Thank you for that, Patsky. I hope you're doing good. Sure, spin. I had to get up and close the door. There was, some background noise going on. You're okay, just working? Hard working, Shadow Dragon. This could angle down more. Thank you for the tea sip, Ronnie. Well, come on in. Ah! Violence. Yay, good luck. Is that how that works for you? You throw a brick, and if it's a ton of bricks, it's good luck for the day. Gosh. Okay, the front's looking better. Gotta get this side pattern in. Which honestly looks a lot like this down here. I wonder if I could get away with just copying that, to be honest. You're a lurky? Okay, Amelia. Ads want to play. Chat, I apologize, but I'm gonna run the ads early. I'm not gonna go on break, though, because I'm almost done with this. And once we've wrapped it up, we'll go right out. I just want to get the ads out of the way so that they don't hit me while we're trying to raid out. So bear with me. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in, Ben. Okay, I need to shrink that a little bit. All right, let's see how it looks with those in place. Yeah, that looks fine. Those on the side. The next thing I'll do is add a normal map so that we can see some depth and then the light can catch it. I might also mask in some areas that can be reflective. Like down here maybe, even though that's already painted in. Could definitely be like the more parts that the parts that look like they could be a little shiny. That would be fun. But yeah, mostly the normal map will be necessary to make this textured on corset not look so flat. Could add a little bit of geometry as well, just to layer over it, just to add a little more depth. Like, along these edges here. Might be nice. Let me add some basic shadows. Oops. Why did I not just copy the hex code? There we go. It's really starting to shape up. I think I need to brighten the symbol on the front here. Maybe add a little more pizzazz to it. I should think about getting the pearls or whatever these are across. So that's kind of a... Otherwise, this is too big of an empty space. Yeah, we're definitely getting there. All right. Well, let's recap, shall we? Today we went in and finished up some of the texture work we were doing. We added the texture to the sleeves, so now we have the transparency around the glove part. We added the corset on the dress and the patterns, like the snowflake patterns and stuff along there. And we're not entirely done with the texture, but we're very, very close. And soon, probably next week, we will be able to rig this. Afternoon, Char. Pleasure to see you as always, and hope you're doing phenomenal this day, yeah? I'm doing pretty good. Good to see you. I am wrapping up, though, so we need to find somebody to raid. Let's see here. What do I got on my Twitch? Does anyone want to raid Mern Frog again? They're still having their streamathon. So that's definitely an option. Who else? Who else do I got? Uh, uh, Too many options as usual. I'm tired. Let's, could raid OCO. I'm too tired to think. Let's just raid Mern Frog. That's one of my safe options. And I need to